Hey there, welcome back. You look great today. A local councilwoman is launching a new initiative to help children in reading. Soretta Smith is here to talk all about it. It's great to meet you.
It's great to be here. Thank you so much for having me.
No problem. So we're talking about literacy. So what inspired you to launch this literacy initiative?
So, number one, I love to read. I grew up as a child, loving to read. Books were an escape. Books helped me learn about different people, different cultures. Books inspired me to dream about places and things. And so I want to see that for our children. But being an elected official, I was actually attending a seminar where the topic was literacy. And they began to talk about the data.
Yeah.
And 68% of fourth graders in the state of Georgia are not reading proficiently. And those numbers just, I literally sat there with my mouth wide open. Right. Nationally, it's 70% of fourth graders are not reading. And then hearing about the long-term impact. So it's not just an educational issue, it's an economic issue, it's a workforce issue, it's a health issue, it's a social issue.
So I guess my question would be, what happened in the third grade that they're not on that level in the fourth grade?
That's a good question. And I believe that a lot of it, it has to do, so when you look at the data, it says that 60% of low-income families are not able to buy books. So that means outside of school, outside of a public library, children are not reading. They're not, because their parents can't afford to buy books. It also shows that 21% of adults in America are struggling with literacy issues. So maybe some of these same children that are struggling, they have parents that are struggling. And so it's just like a cycle that just keeps repeating itself. And so we've got to figure out, is that a part of the disconnect? I believe that's a piece of the disconnect, but what are the other components of the disconnect that kids, like you said, by the time they're getting to the end of the third grade year and being promoted to fourth grade, they're not reading proficiently. And I believe that the state of Georgia is invested in that. They've created a task force or a council, a reading council, as Senate Bill 211. They're partnering with several other organizations to really launch this literacy initiative across the state of Georgia. And they've encouraged, local leaders to come back home and to do the same thing in our area.
So what can guys or, dads do to kind of help their children get on the right track when it comes to literacy?
If people are interested, especially in the Grovetown area, and they want to come out and help read, these are the books. So it's twofold. I'm also tackling literacy, but these are books that are specifically about local government.
Oh, cool.
Georgia Carolina visits City Hall. Georgia Carolina visits our hometown heroes. And so I can't get out and be everywhere to read to everybody. And so if anyone's interested in getting out, taking these books and reading about local government and helping our kids learn about local government, they can reach out to me if anyone's interested in volunteering. We're going to be doing a book drive. If there's anyone that's interested in helping with, when we get ready to go to the Dome in February. So we're going to be doing a lot of different things. They can contact me directly, and we'll get them to work. If we want to lift people up, if we want to lift these kids up, and we want to help break these cycles of poverty, we have to start somewhere. So scheduling time, making it something mandatory in the home that every week we're going to read 5 books, and having that time and sitting down. I would love to see churches begin to implement some type of literacy or reading program in the church as well. And then, again, participating in the Read Bowl that they're going to have statewide. In February of 2025, there's going to be a reading day at the Capitol, at the state Capitol. I want to take a bus of kids up there. Again, taking them out of the community, the possibilities of reading a book, at the state capitol with the governor, things like that. That's exciting. That makes reading exciting and more fun.
All right. Well, thank you for being here. I appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
I really enjoyed our conversation.
Thank you so much.
No